Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Noles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Turning it on. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown Wolfpack. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida State's offense has the ball for the first time. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Wolfpack. How about this defense taking one back to the house? And the extra point makes it 14-0.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Offense in a bunch formation. He'll start this drive firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Allison. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the grab. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the...
There he goes! And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, NC State! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, the ground game. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Gore. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Sets up the screen. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Allison. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles are on the move. He's got an open man. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
You don't oftentimes say you need to score a touchdown in the 1st quarter, but when you're losing 21-0 in the 1st, they had to score right there, and they did. Nice job by the offense, executing on the drive, punctuating it with a touchdown. Now their defense has got to finally wake up and get a stop.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Give to the running back. Got the 1st down and more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Makes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. At this point in the season, you're probably in, if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
Nope.
He's loose. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
He'll pull it down, picks up the first down, and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Steps away. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical third down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. Third down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely perfect. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. First play of the drive, it's the end around.
And wide receivers are doing this more and more in college football. You see them motion and shift all over the place. They give them the football a lot. Sometimes they use them as a decoy, but nice, positive game. But more importantly, defense understanding they're ready for it. Good stop.
A strike downfield. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. The play action fake. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Fit it in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you put a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fight. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
On the run, it's Harris. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Quickly complete.
The 2nd down pass complete to the wideout. Loss of 2. 3rd down coming.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. At the 35, he's open. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
On the move. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Allison. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime, 1st and goal. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown Seminoles! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by just 1 over Central Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking for a man, it's Jennings. Makes the grab down the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. NC State with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They're going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Got it in the middle. It's Farrell. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's
looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Tight end finds a soft spot. Oh, he's got some space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Wolfpack will have first and 10. Looking for space. It's Madison. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Here's the give off the left side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Allison. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grab behind the line. It's Harris. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Right on the money. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up here, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Rushes on him. Makes the catch. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Quick strike complete. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Period, trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Gonna run it. It's Harris. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll try the run. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2.
Turning it on! And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it.
Touchdown, NC State! And the beatdown has ensued. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
Yes, he's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Central Michigan. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll send the back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So now it's 2nd and long.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
In a tight game like this, a mistake that keeps a drive alive for your opponent, just devastating. Offense has first down. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Got it behind the line. It's Harris. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Fires to the big fella. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so...
He lobs one high down the left side. Picked off. Takes it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They run the reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The Wolfpack line up facing third and approximately half a mile. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. NC State has to come up with a big play here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. On target over the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quickly complete. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not...
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation